Hello everyone, welcome to our new video. In this video, we are going to execute some string library functions. So we have already learned some string library functions in our previous two videos. Now, in this video, we can conversion any string to its corresponding primitive data types as well as any primitive data values to its corresponding string data type. So let's start the video. So first we are going to convert any string value to its corresponding primitive data types. So we are having the primitive data types like integer, float, double, long. So we can convert our string value to each of the respective primitive data values. So in that case, we are going to use the wrapper classes to convert the string into its corresponding primitive data types by using some functions. So first we have string to its corresponding integer data type. So we are going to use the function here integer.parseInt, or we can also use another function integer.valueOf. So both the functions performs the same job. We can convert any string value to its corresponding integer value. So for example, we have a string str equals to 1234, and if we use integer.parseInt, or if we use integer dot value of, in both of the cases I results to the same value 1234 without quotes. So I became is an integer value, so the result of I will be an integer without quotes. Now in this example we have taken a string value str equals to 1234, and we have used this integer dot parse int. Instead of using integer dot parse int, if we use integer dot value of, that also lead us to the same result. So just we are checking what will be the value of a. So just see the output, will get the idea what will be the value of a. So the value of a is equals to 1234. Our next function, which is long dot parse long, or as compared to int, it's also a long dot value of. So there are two functions available using which we can convert any string data value into its corresponding long data type. So again we are taking the value 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 for an example in a string variable, and we are converting into its corresponding long data type. So if we use the first function long dot parse long, or else if we use the second one long dot value of, in both cases a results 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So in this example we have taken a long value long a equals to long dot value of, we have used this function value of, and we are going to find the value of str. So we have to just find the value of a. So this will be our output. Yeah, a is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So like integer we can convert any string value into its corresponding long data type. So moving on to our next function. Our next function is we are going to convert any string into its corresponding float type data. So again we are having two different function, floats dot parse float or float dot value of. We can use either of these two function, and we will get the float value without quotes. So if we want to convert any string, so here we have taken one example str equals to 12.34, and if we want to convert any string into its corresponding float data type, so we can convert the same thing using this function. So let's see this example. We have taken a value string str equals to 123.45, and this we are using the function float dot value of to convert the string data type into its corresponding float value. Now let's see what will be the output of this. So if we run the program, we are getting an output like this, 123.45. So we can convert any string value into its corresponding integer, long and float. Now the last one, which is the double data type, is left. So like the other primitive data types, we can also convert a string data value into its corresponding double data type. In that case, we have to use either the function double dot parse double or double dot value of. So we can use either of these two functions that also result to our same thing. Here we have taken one string as an example, 26.34567778. So if we convert this string data value into by using either the function double dot parse double or double dot value of, that in both cases b results to 26.34567778, that means without double quotes. So for this we are uh, using a double data type A, and we wanted to use double dot parse double, this function. We have worked with the value of that. If any function we will write, in both cases we are getting the same result. So we are using this function, and just now here we have written this program. We have taken a value I equals to 12, and we have used the function integer dot toString, and this obviously will convert the integer value into its corresponding string data type. Now just compile this and watch the output of the function of the program. Now obviously we will get the output like this, str equals to 12. So this here the integer value is getting converted into its corresponding string data type, and obviously after converting to its string value we cannot perform any mathematical operation on this variable str. Now moving on to our next function. Here we can convert any long type data into its corresponding string type. So the function is long dot toString. So this is the function we have to remember, long dot toString. By using this we can convert any long value into its corresponding string data type. So again let's work out with one example. For example, take a long value. So take long I equals to, and now we are going to convert this long value into its corresponding long data type. So for that reason we have to just use the function long dot toString. So now let's see the output. The output is 1234566. We have converted a long data type into its corresponding string value. Moving on to our next function, we have float data type. So if we have any float data type and if we want to convert it into its corresponding string value, we can also convert this with this function float dot toString. This also convert a float data type into its corresponding string type value. So our next function is double type data to string type. Like similar to float, we can also convert any double data value into its corresponding string data type. In that case, just we have to use the function double dot toString. So in that case, any double value we get converted into its corresponding string value, that means within double quotes. So here we have taken double I equals to 12.3456. So we have used this function double dot toString. We have to use the function double dot toString, and the result that will get stored inside in the variable str, which is equals to 12.34567 within double quotes. So let's work out one example. Here we have taken one double value I equals to 12.345. Now we have used this function double dot toString to convert a value of I into its corresponding string value. Now we are going to check what will be the output. Obviously the output will be 12.345 and the value is the string value. Here this value has been converted into its corresponding string value. So similarly, when any number value is converted into its corresponding string data type or string value, we cannot perform any mathematical operations on that string variable. So in this video we have converted any string data type into its corresponding primitive values as well as any primitive data type to its corresponding string values. So thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, then subscribe to the channel and share the video with others and hit the notification bell icon for regular updates. Thanks for watching the video.